guys, as you could tell from the title of this video, today I am drawing things I am bad at. Of course, the goal of this is to eventually improve with the said things I am bad at. Without further ado, let's just get into it. The first thing we will be trying to improve today is side profiles. I especially struggle with getting side profiles in my style, which is not a challenge that we are going to be working with today. If this video gets enough positive feedback, I might even do a part 2. I am using all my references on Pinterest, so I just looked up side profile for this one. I'm sorry if you can see my hair peeping through. I am very bad at not shoving my whole head in front of the camera. The next thing I will be tackling is hands, which is notorious for being very hard to draw. They're just so finicky with the joints, and then you got the long fingers. They're just difficult. I ended up doing 3 different hand positions just to kind of get the groove of drawing hands. Once again, I am using Pinterest references. I will try my best to find the ones that I used, because sadly I was not saving them as I went, which would have been helpful past me. But I'll find as many as I can and link them down below. That way you can draw along too. Moving right along to the next hand position. This one is very simple, and I think it will be helpful to practice because this is a hand position that I actually draw a lot, but I suck at it. I ended up moving on from hands momentarily, and now we are going to braids. Normally, when I draw braids, I just do a bunch of little bubbles, and it just ends up not looking good at all. So I'm trying to look at the reference picture and try to replicate and notice what I'm doing. Notice how I draw these braids. This one was a really simple and quick one, pretty much a little doodle, just a fluffy little dog, because I do struggle with animals. Honestly, this little guy was just a page filler. This one was another small little page filler, and it is a scrunched up pose, which is something that I personally find difficult as well. I don't know, I feel sometimes the limbs can get all tangled up. It's just hard. I do realize I am repeating the words difficult, struggle, and hard a lot throughout this video. Please don't count how many times I've said those words. Please don't. This next one is a big one, shoes. My shoes really don't look that great, so it's definitely good that I'm practicing this. The shoes I chose were very detailed, which I think is a good thing. Really get that practice in. If you are still watching this video, you are the best. Comment this emoji for a shout out in the next video. Going back to hands, this hand was definitely my favorite of this video. I feel it turned out really good with the shading and the anatomy, the knuckles. I feel it turned out great. Back at it again with another simple page filler. This one was a stylized eye. I've definitely been trying to change up my eye style. I feel it's getting boring and kind of outdated. So I figured I'd practice a different type of eye style to see if I liked it. This one I did not use a reference, I just kind of pulled it out of my butt. Just basically did the opposite of what I normally draw. This one is a huge one, legs. I found this really cool reference photo. I hope I can find it for you guys. And it had some legs in some really cool positions, so I decided to try one of them. By the way, I'm a little sick. My nose is a little bit clogged up, so if I kind of sound kind of nasally, that's why. I apologize. You have to listen to my voice for 6 minutes straight. By the way, the reference photo had this really cool way of shading where it has these very defined sections and cross-hatching within those sections, getting darker and lighter for where the highlights and shadows would be. So I decided to copy that because I thought it was really cool looking. This one was another cool stylized reference picture, and it was a ballerina in a really cool back bent pose. I thought it was really smooth, really simple, and another good page filler. I thought it was also just an interesting pose that I could try to replicate in a future drawing. We are now on to the finishing touches. I chose a nice pretty color. I chose this kind of muted yellow. And now I'm going in and kind of adding a background to some of my favorites. I am also going in with a much deeper pencil to try to accentuate some of my favorite drawings as well, just to try to make them stand out. And that is all for today, my friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!